Hey everyone, it's Psychic Medium, Jojo Empathic here. Welcome everyone. Hey Ascending Universal Butterfly, and she's saying hello, lovely souls. May I please have a message from Mother Mary? Thank you so much. Yes, you're going to be first on my list. Need your first name, please. Please like and subscribe to this video. Drop your questions for Spirit in the live chat. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. My name is actually Butterfly. I love that name. Wow. Feel free also to put in the live chat where you're tuning in from. We're going to wait just a few minutes to see if anyone else wants to join us. We are a few minutes early, about four minutes early right now, so we'll just wait and see whoever wants to join. Please say hello in the live chat, like the video, let us know where you're tuning in from. Like this video. Okay. Okay. So let's see here. We also have Jasmina from Canada. Hey, Jasmina, will I get the new job in February? So just go ahead and start putting everyone on the list here. So we have Butterfly. Remember, first name and question. So we have Butterfly first. Jasmina. Love the pink. Pink's one of my favorite colors, by the way. Red and pink. I think this is everyone that I've said hello to so far. So I don't know why this is like that, but okay. So we're going to wait just a few more minutes to see if anyone else wants to join us. Today is the 29th. I was going to say of February, of January. We start at 7 p.m. Central Time here. I'm on YouTube giving live readings every Tuesday, 3 p.m., Thursday, 7 p.m. Central. If you are into all things spirituality, from evidential mediumship to medical intuition, energy healing, spiritual clearing, and spiritual development, this channel is for you. 2026 is a new year for me in terms of how I'm going about broadcasting. So lots and lots of different changes underway and in the process. So one of my commitments this year and goals is to not only have the free shows here on YouTube live, I also have a live show on News for the Soul Radio every fourth Wednesday of the month at noon Central. There's some other things in development, but I also, here on YouTube, I've been trying to get a video out every Saturday. Haven't been too successful so far. It's been busy. There's a lot going on, lots of shifts, twists and turns. But I have that on my list to try to get videos out every Saturday. And this is really channeled from spirit. So I tune into what are collective messages that would be beneficial for people. and I put together a short video. So if you're interested in those videos, check them out. My YouTube channel has a variety of different videos that may speak to you and are guiding. I'm a channeler. I use a form of channeling called mental mediumship, where I am telepathically communicating with energies in the room, in the atmosphere, and am able to target certain locations through an ability called clairvoyance, but really remote viewing. If you would like a private reading with me, no matter where you are in the world, I have clients all over. You can meet with me over Zoom, over WhatsApp, over the phone if you're local or in the US. I'm also flexible on timing too. So if you don't see an available time on my scheduling page, feel free to reach out to me, jojo@jojoempathic.com, and schedule a call. Okay. So we'll wait just a second here. So we have Butterfly says, I am a new subscriber, so I'll be watching your previous videos as well. Thank you. You're welcome. Thanks for being here. Thanks for sharing. How are you guys doing today? So I've talked to two different people today that were like, this was a really good day. Is anyone else having a really good day? Jasmina says, I'm exhausted. I'll also check out your videos. Thank you. And let me know what you think. Drop a comment at JoJo Empathic. We celebrate, sovereignty and freedom of speech. Speak up, speak out. Drop a comment in any of the videos if something's really resonating with you. It does help my algorithm as well. So in the spirituality field, if you're doing anything with helping people to heal from the inside out, we do get targeted from people that are um, people that have licensure, they get targeted and get their licensure sometimes taken away, and scientists that are doing research, they get quieted. But it's the same here on YouTube. Our algorithms get targeted. So, and we'll see more of that on Meta. It's kind of hitting ahead. I got off of TikTok last year. My profile was hacked, and I also didn't appreciate how there was a whole scheme to ban TikTok, and then the savior came through and saved it. So I said, no, I'm not doing this. It's over. And here we are with the new ownership. A lot of people are also facing it. So not on TikTok. I got back on Instagram recently. Meta, I know. I already have been hacked once. I want to be there. I don't want to start a new profile because I've had this for so long. It was a personal account, but to be honest with Meta, I don't know. I'm not really predicting how long I'm going to be there because I probably shouldn't be. So, when Spirit says, you know, gotta listen. So I'm gonna trust. And I saw a really interesting platform, Upscale. It's created, I believe, by a Palestinian journalist, and it's getting a lot of movement from TikTok to this platform that's like more uncensored. And the whole premise of this platform is that it's not owned and controlled by billionaires. This is part of the revolution. I've been talking about this for a while, many years. I've been prophesizing about this for years, that this is what the new earth is. The new world is, I would say, a golden era where that power gets put in the people's hands. We have to transform all of these systems that are no longer working for us. And they are, in a sense. A lot of people are able to express freedom of speech through the platforms. A lot of people are becoming millionaires through social media. They're able to have an income and good living and sell their art, their product. It's an expressive tool that we need to celebrate, but it does need to get out of the hands that control it, especially if you're speaking up on something that's the truth, and you get banned or your profile gets slowed down, especially when that's your income. So it's not right. And remember, they need us more than we need them. So this is a time of innovation. So we have Mari John is here. Any messages from Spirit, please? It was got a lot done. Good. Hi, Mari Jana. Glad you got a lot done today. It's a good day for her. So I'm going to put her here, Mari Jana. TikTok, a lot of people have moved to other platforms. Yes. So, collective messages before we begin and while we get everyone in. If you ever, let me know in the comments or the live chat, do you ever feel guilt for saying the truth? This is something that I have struggled with, where it's like you say something and you sometimes feel guilty for saying the truth. This affects a lot of people to the point of where until you usually go through a spiritual awakening, your throat chakra is completely closed. You haven't found your real voice yet. You haven't, stood in your truth yet. And so when you awaken, your throat chakra opens. A lot of times it's closed from guilt, from shame, from not having the ability to be able to say the truth. You're not heard, you're not received, or you're just not allowed to authentically speak your truth. This is really a time it's important for you to resolve those wounds that are causing the guilt. It's important that you find the root cause of where the guilt began, and you have to understand why you internalize truth as something that you should be shamed for or punish yourself for. Just want to say that. Mari John says not guilty. Butterfly says going through an awakening at the moment, and Jasmina says yes in the past. Thank you guys for sharing. I'm gonna go ahead and get into your questions. Illusions are shattering. Good. For me too. This is where I'm remembering the collective message I wanted to share. It's about astrology. I'm going through a level of awakening too. It's about my heart. That's what I was going to talk about today. So I won't take up too much more of your time, but you guys may really resonate with this. So this week, my heart has opened up just tremendously. Um, I started the week with a lot of anger and resentment, and I had a radio show yesterday, and Joanne Carvalho joined me from News from the Soul, News for the Soul. She joined me, and afterwards, I got to sit with her. We talked, and she's an amazing healer. And I brought up some things that were interesting about our show and my life, and I explained to her that I realized my heart was closed, and I did um, kind of like a meditation where my heart opened, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel a shift. If you have blockages in your life towards love, relationships, work, money, business, whatever it is in your life where you have blocks, you have to find out where in the body those blocks are. Once you open up the chakras, energy begins to freely flow through you, and then all of that prosperity can come in. When it comes to the heart chakra, if your heart's closed from bitterness, resentment, and that's a lot of times where it is affected, it's going to stop your blessings. It's going to cut off the light. It's going to cut off the universe, and you're no longer in the flow of the universe. You're actually going against it. Okay. So open your heart, you will feel a shift in your life. In whatever blockages you're going through, open the chakras and you will shift your reality. And from there, you'll have more of a freedom of thought, and you'll be able to love more deeply and have more compassion for yourself and others more deeply. Heart chakra is major. You have to have it open. Keep your heart open. Reminds me a lot of like cannabis. Cannabis is a plant that does open up the heart chakra. It's a feminine energy. It resonates with earth energy, but if you were to consume cannabis like a medicine, it will open the heart up. If you abuse cannabis, it can actually make you too out of the body when we're actually supposed to be having an earth experience and you want to be in the body. So if you have cannabis and treat it with respect, like a sacred medicine, maybe once a week, every few weeks, once a month, you'll feel a shift of your heart literally open up. And that's why it's so sacred. It opens your heart up. And in that moment, it's good to be intentional and to reflect and ask your questions for spirit. One of the methods of channeling I actually teach my students is to go into the heart or the higher heart, or a method that I use where I'll connect the heart chakra with the third eye. Okay, so this is a huge portal. In science, it's one of the strongest quantum fields or electromagnetic fields in the body, even greater than the brain. And all of the great mystics talked about opening the heart, not only for love, but really the magic that's in there, the source that's in there. So opening the heart is a necessity for you if you are trying to move forward in life. From any blocks, choose love. Okay, that's what I wanted to get out first. Let's go into some readings here. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, let me know where you're here from. We're going to go ahead and begin with the reading show. So if you haven't been here before, just go into your heart and ask Spirit your question. Call your spirit guides in. I'm going to say a little prayer like, Spirit, speak through Jordan. Spirit knows what's on your heart. The first question I have is from Butterfly. May I please have a message from Mother Mary? Thank you so much. Okay, so we have Butterfly wants a message from Mother Mary. Okay, so I am connecting with, I would say, like your higher source, Mother Mary energy. I'm being shown like a prism. It looked like a prism and then it was like a vortex. It feels like right now you're going through a shift in terms of like sacred geometry. You can be using um, it feels like in the physical reality, like if you were to have these 3D shapes on your desk and you're using them for either your own healing sessions with others, manifestation, spells, prayers, work with sacred geometry. There's a big push for you to get involved with the shapes, the sacred shapes, 3D. And then I was going into vortex, see what this is about. With your spiritual awakening, and I was going into vortex here, this is about your actual chakras. You're closed. It feels like I'm closed off. So we do need to get more open and get into receiving mode because it's like I can't get through the crown for you. Spirit's helping you through, it looks like a snow field. It's all snowy. And the angels here, you know, we're feeling down and out. They're helping you to get from the cold ice to paradise. And so that key for you is really to get into those shapes. It's kind of weird. I don't know if that's resonating with you, but it was like all of these 3D, almost I want to say 3D printed objects, all of these different shapes. So it's about connecting to different points and intentionally shifting energy. You might want to get into the practice of something called psychometry and telekinesis, moving objects with the mind. And I keep wanting to say she. Is that accurate? So ascending universal butterfly says, how accurate, Jojo? Thank you for letting me know. Um, where was I at? I'll finish up that message. I have started to do that. That's crazy. It's really unique. So I think that when the nurturing mother comes through for you is because you can be very intentional with that practice to, if you can move energy like that, you want to get into psychic surgery, I would say. If that's in your contract, get into doing that in the body to help remove disease. It's a very powerful ability. Not only we think of doing it just for manifestation or fun, but like you can really be a powerful healer with that ability. I love that for you. So keep going. Thank you so much, Butterfly. And after each reading, please come back and let me know how it resonates with you. And remember, spirit speaks in symbols. So if there's something you need more in depth, I'm trying to say, is this literal? Is it symbolic? We're not on a call, so let me know here. So thank you so much. Looks like we have a little bit of activity in here. So I have started to do that. Thanks for letting me know. You are so amazing. They all resonate. Thank you. Okay. Thanks, Butterfly. Okay. So we have a list here. Jasmina is next. I'm going to write down on the rest of my list of who else is here. We have Culture Envy. Hello, question. So we have Culture Envy. I just need your first name. Welcome in. And then we have Dean 12322. Yes. So I just need first name and question. So I'm putting Dean underneath Culture, first name and question. Then we have Latoya. Hello, liked and subscribed. Hey, Latoya. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking. Drop your question here. And then we have so I'm putting Latoya here underneath Dean. I need first name and question. So Ascending Universal says, please like, share, subscribe to channel, turn all notifications on. Thank you. Okay. So Jasmine is next. I have Jasmina, Marijana, Culture, Dean, Latoya. Let's do this. Interesting first reading. Powerful healers. Drinking water today. So I'm going to tune now into Jasmina. Healing messages for Jasmina. Will I get the job in February? February, March? February, March. So I don't know if this is towards the end of February you were looking to get in, but going into March. So it might be like a two-step process or several step process to where you've got this one, then the next one. But by March, something's going to be finalized. You'll see like mid-February things start to get moving. So it feels positive towards the end of February into March. Thank you, Jasmina. Sounds good. Okay, okay. Sounds good. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. So then we have Marijana. Okay. So we have Marijana. Any messages from Spirit, please? Messages from Marijana. I'm curious to know if your grandfather was a pastor. Was he a minister of some sort? There's a gentleman, I want to say paternal side, that's coming forward. I would say father, grandfather, but he's saying pastor. So I feel like this was somebody in ministry, not pastor. Okay. Let's see. 1 second. Pastor. And so I still am connected to the same guy. So I was like, what about the pastor? This is ID. This is about his personality. So this, if he wasn't a literal pastor, because I'm still here, it's not going away. It's like I don't know if he was someone that gave advice, someone that promoted faith, someone that talked about spirituality, religion. Could have also been, on the more free side, could have been like Mason, kind of can be a pastor. A psychic can be a pastor. So in that energy, my dad, yes, that's who I'm talking to. Did dad have a limp? Was there something going on with his mobility with dad? How he walked? Because I also I'm seeing him kind of like go for, and this could have been towards the end of his life, but he's kind of showing me like a slower um movement here. And so she's saying yes, dementia. Okay, so dad, this is her dad coming through. I got a little bit of ID, and that's how I work with spirit. I'll get some ID for you. It's called evidential mediumship. There's no way I would know this, but you do. Okay, that's how spirit speaks, and then I give you the healing message. So your loved ones in the light, they're unfortunately they're not always with us, but they do come through just for healing messages. So they will come in, they'll let you know their energy imprint, and they'll give you the healing message, and they'll go on. Okay, so what is the healing message for Marijana? You're going through a transformation with the way you look. Okay, so there is talk about potential, it does feel like weight loss, and it's it's going to be okay. It's going to bring you a lot closer to your goals. The transformations with health you're going through right now and over the next 6 months for you, although it feels dark and scary, just know that it's bringing you closer to some sort of end goal that you have, and you're not alone. Um, looking over so father is looking over the procedure. I'm seeing like a knife, and it's like I feel like you're going, going under, and it's like you're good. You're going to be okay. And it's a lot about also calming the mind. Okay, it's a lot about making sure that you're mentally positive. Mentalism. So this is a good time to watch videos on mentalism and understand the power of the mind. Um, you may want to book an energy healing session with me if you're interested. I don't know where you are in the world, but I offer a really powerful quantum energy healing with Reiki session. We can meet on Zoom. It may be very helpful for you. But I'll wrap up your message with about the mind. Stay clear, stay focused, and just keep the positive thought, not the doubt. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Marijana. Then we have culture and V. Okay. Okay, so this is from D. That's my cousin's name. I was just talking to D. Well, her name is Deidre, but we call her D. Okay. D. Messages for D. Hello. That's so funny because my cousin Deidre, who I was just texting, D, is pregnant. Question. Messages regarding my gut. I look pregnant no matter what I do for it. I promise there's nothing seriously wrong with me. Thanks. Synchronicity. That's crazy. But this is D. Dean is next. This is DEE. And it's funny because I have a cousin named Latoya too. Same side of the family. So we have Latoya in here and D. Okay. Back up to the question though. So we have D, spirit message, messages regarding my gut. I want to also state I'm not a doctor. I can't prescribe or diagnose, and my services are not meant to replace a medical professional in any capacity. You're going through anything in imbalance in the body, you're going to want to see a medical professional. It's a balancing act for you. So I don't know if you're having too much sugar, where it's like I feel bloated, and it's also causing fatigue. So this might be either yeast, candid, candida. Well, kind of, I feel like it reminds me of like one of those candida cleanses might be necessary. There's a lot of inflammation, and especially down into the feet. So this is also bringing me into circulation, heart chakra, sacral chakra, plexus. All of these energy centers are. Um, it's almost like there's a lot of energy there. It's like I'm almost erupting and wanting to explode. So energetically, you're holding on a lot that wants to be released, almost like it's wanting to leave the body. And then you have on the physical side, it does feel like I just need to balance my diet. I need to cleanse the gut. And then it's also, so it's like fatigue and then rest. It's like this whole balancing act that you're doing right now, to try to get into alignment. But and you need to get more grounded. One of the things you can do is visualize like your stomach area, your solar plexus, the like trace it with this energy center is yellow, so you can think of a yellow light, white light in a circle clockwise motion and open it up. So that way you can have a shift energetically and you might see a physical shift as well. I think there's also a lot of anxiety. You're sensing a lot to come. I think your psychic abilities are out of balance. So I'm anxious because I'm sensing what's to come and I'm not processing it out. So there's it's the body, mind, and soul, which is my symbol for a triangle, is the way you want to approach this. And you're going to come more congruency. I do also feel there's a gentleman that watches over you. I want to say paternal side, grandfather, father figure, and he's kind of helping to um, he's helping you with what you're going on because it feels like you. I know I just mentioned this, but sometimes it happens when we have like a group reading like this. I don't know if you're trying to lose weight as well, but it does feel like you're going through a significant kind of like a weight loss journey or getting healthier in the midsection. So balancing act. Thank you, D. Let us know if that made sense to you. Then I have Dean, Dean. You're welcome, D. And then we're going up to Dean. So I'm still here. Dean. Dean says, is it okay I ask a political question like discerning the truth? Yes. As long as we're not like secret ice in here trying to put me on a database. I'm probably already all over their databases. Dee said it did make sense. So tough though when there's so much to heal. You take one step at a time. Start from the lower chakras up. So your feet were of where I was going. So start with root chakra, then work your way up. Did Dean, are you still here? Political question for discernment. And if you've been following my channel, I will say it is clear, and people can trash me for it in the light work community. I'm not MAGA here. This is a safe space. Dean, okay. So we'll skip Dean. Then we have Latoya. Oh, and it looks like we have someone else. Isha, Aisha Rez. So going on here, Aisha Rez. Okay. Okay, Latoya. Spirit message for Latoya. Who's wanting to come back towards me? Possible zodiac signs. Thank you. Who's wanting to come back towards me with possible zodiac? Toya. Who's wanting to come back towards me? Possible zodiac signs. I'm not seeing anybody want to come back towards you. Um, is there like, is it more specific? Is this like with love or like I'm not seeing anybody really come from the past back in right now. What type of readings? Who's wanting to come back towards me? Okay, Latoya. It feels almost like this might be sibling. I'm getting a Taurus sign, so this could be sun, moon, or rising. There's someone, I am connecting with someone. This doesn't feel like love. This feels like family, potentially siblings, potentially male. I am getting Taurus sign, so I'm seeing a gentleman, um, earth energy, and I'm kind of like, there's some sort of like sneak. It's like I'm kind of sneaking back in. So I'm not getting too much from spirit on this question. Um, is there another question you have? Because I just don't, I'm not really seeing anyone other than like a potential sibling. Do you have a sibling that you haven't talked to in a while that we're waiting on? Brother? Okay. Do my son, father, Tay want to come back towards me? Tay, he's not allowed for some reason. Like that's an answer. You have a grandmother that watches over you. I want to say maternal side. They're saying like not allowed for some reason. So it feels like the ancestors are stepping forward to protect you, and it doesn't feel like it would be good. I mean, I know it's like I've been on a break, and now this is where the spirit messages are coming in for you. So it's like it's okay to take your time and process things. It's okay to take your time, process and heal. But it's almost like we want you to look forward instead of going backwards. We need to close the chapter because Tay is almost he's looking at, I want to say in another direction now. As a light worker, I never get into slander, but it's not like he's looking in the direction here with you. I think that there has been something that where I've crossed the line too much, and I almost feel like I can't go back. Like I can't go forward now unless that door is closed and that chapter is concluded. Hey, Latoya, whatever you're doing right now, it's taking a lot of courage. And so we want to focus more on those lessons right now versus who's coming in because the focus is on you, your development, and you're brave. You know, you're really dedicated. You have a lot of courage, and if that's not going to be appreciated, don't have anybody close and access to you if they're not going to empower you. And I also feel like love is on the way, but we don't want you to look backwards. Okay, so thank you, Latoya. Please let us know how that resonates. Closed door. He's on here, Globe. Makes sense. Spirit, don't want him back, you said. Did the message about crossing the line to like overstepping boundaries make sense? Yes, it did. Thank you so much. You're welcome. You deserve empowerment and you deserve to be supported. I feel like this person had their chance and you're going to higher grounds. Thank you. Yeah, so sometimes when we get more specific with the question, that just started pouring in for you. Interested about grandma too, if that resonated. A lot of love coming from maternal side watching over you. Okay, and the next on my list is Aisha. Appreciate it. You're welcome. Thanks for being here. Okay. And then we have aura greatness on the, I'm going to add aura greatness if you want sometimes I get channel, I get tongue tied. Want a reading? Aura greatness. Hello, hello. Here. Ish, Aisha, Rez, did you put your question in here? Because I don't see it. Aura greatness needs first name and question. And if you put a question in already and I don't see it, this is the time to go ahead and get your questions in. What's your question? Okay. Aisha, Rez. Z. What does he think about me? We followed on Instagram and haven't spoken yet. Z. Spirit messages for Aisha. Rez, will you make sure I'm saying your name right? Make sure I'm getting this right. So I want to butcher it. I'm sorry. Aisha. Thank you. Aisha. Messages about Z. Z. I don't know if it is Z actually like, I think, is Z in trouble with the law? That's my question for you. Is Z in trouble with the law? Okay. Because I was getting like potentially behind bars. I don't know why. It's locked. Could be maybe Instagram's locked. I don't know, but there's something with him that's like I'm locked. He's locked. When I say it out loud, it almost seems maybe I'm locked in another direction. The answer is locked with Z. That's what they're showing me. It doesn't feel good for some reason. Either locked up or locked away. Is locked, not here. Um, that's what I'm getting. He seems to be following me or stalking me. Z. Well, what do you mean? So he is on the gram. Every time I put a story, he's so quick. Okay, so we know he has the account. He's not locked away. Huh. Every time I put a story, he's so quick. Hmm. I'm not sure on this one. I'm not feeling it. Not feeling this one. Keeps seeing and liking it on stories. And you don't like approach men, you just kind of are waiting for him to approach you type of energy. Yes. I wouldn't wait on it. I wouldn't. I wouldn't wait on it. You can like and you can see all you want, like until you show up. Um, the answer is locked, whatever that might mean to you. Is locked. So that's what I'm getting there. 2 years younger age gap. That could be because I was getting a little bit immature. It's like you want, I wouldn't care because if somebody's younger, I mean, that's kind of probably you don't want to go back. And I mean, it's like for me personally, now this is personal, this is out of the reading. The answer for you was locked, okay? But listen, this is my psychic perspective. I read a lot of people. If there's a man on IG, I get very turned off. Like, if he's not using it to monetize something, to spread awareness on something, to educate, I'm just like, why are you even there? You're just doing the trends. You're just part of the matrix. Like, it's not even with his energy, just somebody that's sitting there and just watching stories all day and just like, don't you have anything else to do? You know what I mean? Do something. Like, true. You know what I mean? It's just like, do something. So don't get caught up in that. Don't get it's just whenever I get my symbol uninvolved, this is when I'm usually talking about somebody that's turned away. And she's cracking up. It's the truth. I'm just like, Instagram. He is doctor. You can still be immature and in the matrix. I remember one time, now this is people say this might be crazy or conspiracy, but this is the truth. One time I read a surgeon and I read him remotely and I was like, this person is not like human. This wasn't a human. A lot of times, people that have access to surgery rooms are, if you were to think about it, are ETs, are guided by ETs. Angels, a lot of times people in operating rooms that are in ICUs, they'll tell you like, I feel guided by angels, intuition just took over. I can't explain it to you. I just knew and I saved their lives. So healthcare workers are some of the most powerful healers, most powerful light workers. And so they channel and they know and they're guided and protected by angels and higher ups in the universe. And what I'll never forget when I read the surgeon, he was what I call a gray race. There's different races of beings. I call this worth like universe Star Wars. Um, Behind our meat suit, we can be different spirit races. Like, um, and grays are notorious for being like some high, some low vibrational. But if people have access to surgery, sometimes like um, lights are flickering. That's crazy. That is so crazy. That's paranormal. That's your sign. I don't know about this Z guy. Not liking it. My lights are flickering. Do you guys see that? Is anyone still here? Just bring the paranormal in and tune out. Uh, Keep that home. Keep that home. OMG. It's gone. Only the highest vibration may be here. Wow. Aura greatness. You're the only one here, I think, and you witnessed it. Aura says, yes, bugged out. Laughed my ass off. Crazy. All right. Who's here? don't play with paranormal, okay? I don't. Auras here. I don't play with paranormal. I help people to clear paranormal. You know what I mean? Like, and when I studied, pretty sure you've seen crazier shit. Yeah, I have. But I just, I'm gonna ask my angels to just kind of take over and make sure, it's the thing about extraterrestrial energy is it like, it's no joke. And I don't even know where I was at. When I studied spirit release therapy, clinical. Now, I'm not a clinical hypnotherapist yet, but where I will be becoming one gives education on spirit release therapy with lots of research. And so it's not known really to the public on a mass level, but I've been trained to detect what kind of entity is attached to my client. So I help people with paranormal clearing, spirit release therapy. And so it's not only like a dark force entity, it can be an earthbound spirit. And a lot of people don't know this. Extraterrestrials are part of that attachment group. And a lot of extraterrestrials, this isn't conspiracy. There's research on this. This is where I study is accredited by the International Holistic Medicine. Okay. Extraterrestrials are implanting devices in people. And I'm trained in how to detect it and help remove them. There's a, a procedure or a psychic procedure you do or method you use to help remove it. They're monitoring and experimenting on humans. They're collecting data and they're sending it back. It's crazy. So I will be offering clinical spirit release therapy soon. I do offer a session now. It's over Zoom. I don't like background information because of that type of thing. When I am doing clearings, there's a policy. It's clean. I don't want background information because as soon as you hire me to help you clear you, I start getting attacked. And so we keep it very clean. We don't entertain it. We don't feed it. And there's a very clean way to doing it. So, wow, or I'm glad you're here and can witness. Do you have a question here? Feel the same way. Did we already have a D tonight? This isn't the same D? Okay, that's crazy because I don't know what time you got here, but I was just texting my cousin Deidre, who we call D in my family, right before I got on here. All of these D's, these nuts. Okay, D. Okay, back to it. We've calmed down. That was insane. Insane. I'm gonna sleep so good tonight. I'm not afraid. I don't get afraid. They can't. If you watched my last show, I told you about who greeted me on my last stream. Okay, now we're getting focused. So D wants a spirit message. Wanted to get a reading on this project I've been working on and off. If I release it, what would be audience's reaction? Not in the industry, because it's not of God, but curious about my project. No in the industry, just passion project. What do you mean? It's like you're saying like this doesn't have to do with spirituality when you say it's not of God. I'm a male. Sorry, typo. I mean, not interested in music industry. So I'm just going to ask the question. So D wants to get a reading on this project. On and off. If I released, what would the audience's reaction be to D's project? They're showing me a timeline. Bear with me. It's their steps. We're not done yet. We're not at the goal to where because at first it's going to be a light reaction, and then with time it becomes monumental. Now, I know that you said something about music, so I see vocalist, but then I also see some sort of publishing work where it does feel like something with writing. So it could be lyrics, but it does feel like there's this kind of chain of events that take place of like me releasing something, a light reaction, it builds on it. Then we have momentum going towards selling something else or releasing something else. And then there's a product that you sell. So it kind of reminds me of like having one of those funnel pages where people will get on your email and then they'll get your book, where you come up with some sort of book that either it's like a how-to guide to how you actually got this accomplished, if that makes any sense. So there's a lot coming. At first, I don't want to burst your bubble. It feels light. It doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like you're getting the attraction at first that you want, but it comes later, maybe 8 months down the road, if that makes sense to you. Please let me know how that resonates. Just wanted to know how the project would do. Yes, that's how it feels now. Does it make sense of like you releasing something and then there's either a how-to guide or a book or something, a publishing deal? Okay, publish. It does feel very positive for you. I think you're gonna make where you're trying to go. You're gonna make it. 8 months. Okay. So congratulations with that. Thank you so much. And Aura Greatness says, yeah, thank you. I don't know if I scared everybody away. Nobody else is here. 7 minutes left. You're welcome. Thank you, Dee. Like, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment afterwards if you're watching. That was crazy that we got that on record. The radio station had something crazy come through too. Interruption. I've been dealing with it all week. Call on Archangel Michael. Some people call Archangel Michael Jesus. First time I ever saw that angel, it was a huge spectrum of blue energy, these beautiful spectrums of blue that you like. It's not the same color in the third dimension. It was like colors I've never seen of blue before. It's this huge spectrum in the 3D, almost like an apparition, just a chunk of blue colors. And I do call in and I evoke Archangel Michael to come in and clear any negativity in this space. Thank you. Interesting week. I'm tired. I came on twice this week and then yesterday. And, it's been a good week though. So it's my birthday yesterday. I'm excited for this year. I spoke with someone on an amazing network, TV network today. Thank you. Happy birthday. Thank you. It's a good day. Pretty good day. Talked to my cousin D today. Had a whole bunch of D on the chat today. Anything else, guys? It's just me and D right now. I think. Interesting. So I'm gonna sleep good. I'm about to make some eggplant. Got an eggplant, and onions, and tomatoes. Gonna make some, probably saute it up real quick. Maybe a little bit of pasta with that, with some oil. I'm hungry right now, so. You can tell when someone is lying to you when you're on a date. Put me on the spot here. So I'm a tough cookie, for one. I'm a tough cookie. So to even get to the date is like, you know, but when I go on dates with men, it's like I do attract a lot of salesmen. I'm a salesman. It's a gift and a curse, I guess, to have that gift, to know when someone's lying. Not, I mean, yeah. I mean that's the way that kind of it's sold mainstream about people that are intuitives. You always know when someone's lying. Um, but I'll be real with you, not always in the moment. Not always in the moment. Like on the show, I just started doing these shows on YouTube, and I had when I first started here a few weeks ago, my protector guide stood forward when someone asked a question and was talking to me on here, and I didn't get it at first because I was getting trained from my guides. They were helping me, and I didn't get it at first, but the person was lying, but I got the message they're lying. I just missed it. So I mean, intuition, it's your abilities aren't always perfect. It's your discernment. Or like when you meet someone, you know your connection is going to end up, how it's going to go or how it's going to end up. Um, why'd you retract the message? Um, it depends. Like usually my intuition is like ahead of me. It's crazy. Like I met someone and within a week I had was like this isn't good. Like my everything in my gut told me to leave, but I didn't really see it yet. So I left. And then I came back and it was just like this partner, it was not romantic, it was business, is not really in alignment. If I would have listened to that intuitive hunch at first, it would have been right on. So they always say like like tricksters, I mean in flesh, I'm usually pretty good at detecting it. But I mean, frauds are good at being liars and deceptive, and truth comes to light always, always for me. Yes, yeah, truth always comes out, and I'm protected too. So, you know, is it a blessing or curse? I find it a curse when I can see or know that someone's going to pass or get hurt. That's where it feels like a curse. It's very hard for me, very hard. And empaths, by science, we actually attract the most narcissists and sociopaths by research. So it's just like a new day. What's new? What's going on here? That's a fact. It's like when you first train in Reiki, you'll have a whole bunch of animals, like stray animals that are sick. They find their way to they find their way to you. It's like the bugs on the light. I always would say I would go to summer camp as a kid and there'd be outhouses and all the bugs would go to the light. They're attracted to the light. But yeah, um, it's interesting how they lie. People lie, man. They don't even realize that they lie. And I think our society kind of like it's like a there's like a grooming, there's like a we're trained to not be real. It's hard for a lot of people to just be authentic. And then in this field, there's skeptics, and we welcome that. But people that do try to like trick and stuff, it's like I always see it. Right before Kobe passed, for some reason, I felt the need to watch his videos, then boom, it happened. Yeah, so if has that ever happened to you before, like right before someone passed or before someone got in an accident, you just knew or you were thinking of them? A lot of my students have messenger of death. It actually is it affects a very small percentage of psychics, that ability. And it needs to be trained, it needs to be managed. There goes my timer. I'll wrap it up here because it takes a high level of emotional and spiritual maturity. So feeling a poke on your shoulder. Well, no spirits should ever be touching you. I'd have to look into that one specifically to see if it's clairsentience. That might be how you receive energy. Usually it's in through the crown, but you don't want anybody touching you. No spirits, they're not allowed. Don't let anybody touch you, any spirits. So you can book a private reading with me at jojoempathic.com, or next show, ask specifically, and I'll let you know. I'll look into it. I'm out of here. I'm going to make my eggplant. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Have a good night, everyone. Peace.